Welcome to today's Facebook and YouTube Live. Glad everybody is tuning in, and I am hoping that the comments are working today on Facebook. I got myself a brand new stand to set my camera on, so hopefully it should be working today. But glad everybody is tuning in today. It is hot in Southern Utah. It is over 100 degrees. And boy, do we feel it here in Southern Utah. It's just hot. So, trying to keep my kids busy without overheating them and overheating myself as the mom is quite the challenge sometimes. You want to wear your kids out during the summer, but not wear yourself out too. Okay, I can see comments today on Facebook. So I think we have solved the problem. It was my camera and my last stand that I was using where I couldn't see the comments coming in because there was like a little button there that was giving me grief. So anyway, I'm glad I can see everybody's comments today. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. So today we are talking about just what we're up to as a family, things we've been doing to get out of the house, keep my kids busy, our favorite summer drinks and recipes and things that we've been doing as a family. And how I get my kids to do chores, because teaching 5 kids the exact same age how to do chores, you would think it would be a little bit easier because you're just teaching the same thing, but every child is so different. It's just different. Okay, we've got Deborah tuning in from Indiana, Sherry's tuning in from Texas, Delina is tuning in from Prescott, Arizona. And Caitlin says, how did the kids like the cabin? They loved it. And she's in Boca Raton, Florida, I think is how you say that. They had a really good time. So if you haven't watched our videos, I did a part 1 and part 2 of our trip to the cabin. My kids had such a good time. It was full of four-wheelers and lots of fishing and great family memories. My sister had bought 5 hammocks, so I think she brought those, maybe four hammocks. So my kids just played outside and had such a good time playing with cousins. As always, it's fun to see where everybody's from. So my friends over on Facebook, if you want to do a shout out to where you live, it really is fun to see you guys make those connections and see where people are from, because some of you actually live really close to each other is what we're finding on here. Okay, Marcia is tuning in from Ohio, and it gives everybody a chance to hop on and tune in at the same time as they are just joining us. Joni is from Smithfield, Utah. Love you, Jamie. Hugs from Joni. Well, hugs right back to you. It's good to see you. And I am excited. I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite things, I think, in each one of these live videos over the summer, just things that are making my life easier or make me feel a little bit more pretty, just because it's kind of fun to trade secrets and share just things that we like on here. So anyway, it's fun to see everybody. We've got people tuning in from Chicago, Connecticut, Wisconsin. Catherine is just tuned in from Facebook. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. You guys, for me, it's a little bit trickier filming these live videos when the kids are out of school, because trying to have an adult conversation without interruption from my kids always requires childcare if I need to get work done. So my sweet mom, shout out to her, is watching the kids right now so I could film this little video, and then I'll get a little bit of work done and then I'll go pick them up after this. But everybody's doing good. So let's just dive into it today. I've had the kids. So for those of you who've been asking, my kids' dad and I, we switch off our parenting time. This summer, we're doing every other week. So this week is my turn to spend time with the kids, and then they will go for a 2-week stretch with their dad starting next week. And then I'll have my 2-week stretch here later in the summer. So we're excited about that. I have been letting my kids rotate through birth order. We get to pick a park every day that we go to. And so today was Lincoln's turn to pick the park, and he picked the dinosaur park. And it was really, really fun, but it was crowded and it was hot. And we really like how many parks that our community has here in Southern Utah. A lot of our parks, are built and funded with tourism, because we have a lot of tourists that come and visit Southern Utah because there's so many great things to do here. And so anyway, this park, they just resurfaced the floor, so, or like the ground. So if you live in St. George, the surrounding areas, or you're passing through here, the Tonaquint I think what is it no, the Thunder Junction All Abilities Park is hands down my kids' favorite park. It's huge. They have a little volcano, they have slides, they have swings. It's an all abilities park, so it means it's inclusive for anyone with special needs, anyone that has wheelchairs. They have like a sensory part of the park that you can go to that's a little more quiet where the kids can play, and they have like musical instruments. It's just really fun, but it's always busy and it always wears me out having quintuplets when I take them by myself because the park is massive. I think my kid's favorite thing is it has a train that you can ride that goes the entire like all the way around the park, and it's only $2 a person. So it's really fun. And a lot of people that are coming to Southern Utah choose to take their kids to this park because it's really fun. But gosh, you guys, it wears me out every time. Okay. Lydia's tuning in from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Glitter's tuning in. And Serena's from Illinois. Welcome. And Carla's just tuning in. And I'm just glad to see everybody here. Okay. So we have done a different park every day. Yesterday we went to Logan's Park that he picked, and there's this really cool park that's right behind Smith's in Washington and St. George, Utah. But it has this like massive slide. So you can slide down this slide. It's really wide with like your whole family. My kids love that place, but it was so hot. We were only there for like 20 minutes yesterday. And then we've gone swimming a couple days in a row now, over at Chad's pool. He's invited us over. So we have enjoyed the saltwater pool there where he lives. And it's great. Like it is a great way to cool off. It is just nice. It's a little more quiet and we've been having a good time. So anyway, I was gonna share with you guys our new favorite drinks my kids and I just came up with, and I don't exactly have a recipe. We just made it up using ingredients we had around the house. So anyway, I would love to know what your favorite drinks are that you like to make in the summertime. Are you a Diet Coke? Are you a sweet tea person? Do you do homemade drinks? Like, I would love to know recipes and things that you guys do. So, I was going to share two of my family's favorite recipes right now. So we made a lemonade with a little bit of limes that we had left over, and my kids love this stuff. So all of my kids have really been excited to start baking and cooking in our house. And they've really been wanting to help participate more in making meals. So that was a really fun recipe. This particular recipe, we used lemons, we used sugar, we used a little bit of sweetened condensed milk and a couple of limes, and then watered it down and added lots of ice. And it was a great way to cool off after coming back from the park. And then this drink, I wanted to make a drink that my kids that are allergic to lemons could have. And so, we came up with this one. I used for this one, I really like this brand for Lincoln because he can't have dairy, or if he does have dairy, it's very sparingly because his stomach cramps, he doesn't feel good. So we really like this So Delicious dairy-free coconut milk. This is our favorite. We buy it through Walmart, and you can buy it in bulk from Walmart and they'll just deliver it straight to your house. We've done that before too. So with this, we pureed a little bit of strawberries. We added a ton of that coconut milk. We added a little bit of sweetened condensed milk and a little bit of sugar, and my kids really loved it. I would probably even water it down even more. I think after we went through the drive-through at Fizz yesterday, which is like a soda pop shop, because we had gift cards, my kids loved what I ordered them, and so we kind of made our own version. Um, here at home because it was a little bit cheaper and my kids had a really good time making it, drinking it, and it was a great way to cool off. Joni asked, can you please share your drink recipes online? Yes. I'll see if I can come up. Let me write that down. I'll see if I can come up with what the recipe is that we did. It was really good. It's really sweet. So obviously, if you don't want as much sugar and you're trying to be a little bit healthier, you could omit certain things or substitute it for honey or another form that's a little bit healthier. But those were just things that we had around the house. But yeah, I'm happy to share that. Darlene says she's trying to get away from soda pop. So she's drinking the poppy drinks. They're good. Okay, I have seen so many advertisements for the poppy drinks, and that's my question. Is anybody else tried those? Are they good? Do they taste like a diet soda? Are they a diet soda? I don't know. Um, and then let's see. Joni also asked, "How do you get your teeth so white and pretty?" Okay, I'm going to share a secret that actually has nothing to do with teeth whitening that I feel like makes my teeth look a little bit whiter. Um so this stuff I was going to share with you guys. Now that it's summertime, I really want to try wearing less makeup so I can just get out the door faster with my kids. So I started using this Jergens Natural Glow lotion on my face and then body because I have crazy tan lines from wearing t-shirts. So I just was like completely white and I wanted to like blend everything. I really like this stuff because I have really fair skin. And so I want something that's moisturizing that I can just wear overnight, and then it just adds like a slight tan to my skin. And it's pretty inexpensive. You can get a smaller version of this at Walmart in the travel section, and I think it's like 3 or $4 to try it out. And so after like even one day of using this, I noticed a difference, and I didn't want to look like unnatural for my skin tone. So I bought the fair to medium, and I think this stuff works pretty good. So I feel like being a little bit more tan makes my teeth look a little bit whiter, which is kind of weird. But I think that's partly why. And then I also like using the Walmart version of Sensodyne. It's cheaper and you could get a 2 pack, I think, for $6 or $7. And I have really sensitive teeth from whitening my teeth years ago. They're just sensitive now. And so using that toothpaste every day is really helpful for me. Okay, Candy says poppy drinks are good, but they are expensive. I haven't tried them. Like, can I just get one to try, or do you have to buy the entire pack to try them? I don't know. Cheryl says she makes green tea with honey and it's refreshing and good for you. That's probably a good idea because you get a little bit of that caffeine too, unless you do the caffeine free kind. Because that's my other thing is like I feel like I need a little bit of added energy to keep up with my kids, especially during the summer. And I think it was an energy drink that I ordered, not realizing that I'm really sensitive to that. And I had a hard time sleeping last night. So I kind of need to substitute out some of these sodas that I'm drinking because it dehydrates me so quickly here in Southern Utah. Okay, Marcia says, "I love the poppy drinks. Just found out that the Aldi has a copycat. It's called POPZ, she thinks, and she can't wait to try it. Not sure if they are intended to be a diet drink, but a probiotic drink." Have you guys tried probiotic drinks? I find that with gut issues for me sometimes, doing a probiotic little supplement like Yakult has really helped my gut. Um, Feel better. I am one of those people that has IBS and just a sensitive stomach, so every once in a while, I have to take probiotics. It'd probably help if I did it daily, but I just do it when I need to, and those are really helpful. Okay, Christelia, she says they're a prebiotic soda. I only drink both Poppy or Olipop. Yes, you can pay a single can at Walmart. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. Christy says I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper Zero. It's a terrible habit. I'm with you. I love Dr. Pepper Zero. It has a little bit more caffeine than regular. And I drink it every day, which is terrible, but I love it so much. When I was a kid, I didn't drink soda that often. Um, but I think after I had quintuplets, I was like, "Oh, I see why women drink their diet soda." Like, it helps a ton. Francie Pan asked, "How are you doing?" I'm doing well, just tired from this heat, but we've been doing good. Okay, Christiane says, "Greetings from Germany. Hi to you all. Hello." And Susan is just tuned in watching from Facebook. And Christy says, "I drink several a day." I'm with you. I'm gonna try and be better about that, but I don't know. It seems like the weeks that I have the kids, I drink more soda. Just saying, if I'm being really, really honest. Okay, so we were gonna talk about summer chores and how I get my kids to do summer chores. I have kids that are really motivated. by different things. But one thing that is universal for my kids right now is they're motivated by chocolate chips, something as simple as that. So, my kids understand that we have basic chores that we do together as a team, as a family every morning so we can get out and about and go to the park, do fun things, go swimming. So they're really motivated to get their chores done. So I just bought a bag that was about $10, little less than $10 from Walmart, the biggest size that Ghirardelli sells of chocolate chips. And I just want to say hats off to Ghirardelli because they finally made their chocolate chips tree nut free, which means I can have them and my kids can have them. And my kids are motivated by like doing their chores for like 5 chocolate chips, or if it's like a bigger chore, they'll do it for 10 chocolate chips. I think it's a really great way to teach my kids. It's inexpensive. And they also understand that at the end of the week, whatever we have left over, we've been making chocolate chips too. So it just means more fun and more time together. Um, Spent together as a family. Okay, somebody else says, I have irritable bowel syndrome or IBS, and I drink one of the prebiotic drinks 2 to 3 times a week. It has helped me a lot. I agree. It just helps. Somebody else is saying that they have it too. Yeah. So friends that have IBS, I had never realized that there were things that could help with that. So for me, I get terrible stomach cramps. And when my IBS is the worst, it's usually because I haven't slept for a while, like very well, or I'm really stressed about stuff. And so my doctor was telling me about probiotic drinks, and she mentioned Yakult, and it really does help. So drinking like 2 of those in a row sometimes when things are at their worst has really been helpful. Susan Young says, "Yay, Ghirardelli chocolate chips. They really are good." But I find myself like for every 5 or 10 I give my kids, I always give myself a couple. So I've got to get off sugar too, but it's just so good. Serena says Ghirardelli brand is the best. And Bonnie says she's motivated by chocolate chips too. I agree. It's just, it motivates me to get my work done and my chores done. Linda's tuning in from Baltimore, Michigan. Welcome, Linda. Glad you could tune in. I'm amazed at the women that are able to hop on here like midweek, even with the kids being out of school, because there's a lot going on. Francie Pan asked, do the kids still have allergies or did they age out of some? My kids still have their allergies. I feel like Lincoln, though, is outgrowing some of his allergies, and he's also getting older to where he understands how to regulate it better. So Lincoln is really sensitive to dairy, his stomach cramps, and now he can vocalize that like, "Oh, mom, my stomach hurts." Or I shouldn't have had that, or, I better not. So like he is really mindful about what he eats and how he feels after, which is good. And then I feel like Violet, she still has a lot of food allergies as well as Logan. And it's kind of something that's not unusual for children that are preemies, things like eczema, sensitivities to food. Landon was also that way, and he outgrew most of them. He's just still sensitive to dairy. So he just doesn't eat like tons of ice cream or he knows his stomach won't feel good. Um, Bonnie asks, I love all your daughter's flower names. I named my daughter Holly and she named my granddaughter Daisy. That's so cute. I love flower girl names. I never thought I would have daughters named after flowers. But they were just names that kind of grew on me over time, and I like their names. And I think they're pretty proud of their names too. Christy says, my 2 teens are at youth camp and my oldest is working at a youth camp. The first time in 20 years to be alone with no kids. Wow. Well, Christy, you got to live it up then. It sounds like your kids are having a good time and they're in good hands and they're learning good things. Judy says, hello, I am new to your channel. Judy, we're glad you're here. Welcome. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Jamie Scott. I am the mom of 7 kids. I have a 19-year-old son, a 14-year-old son, and then I have 5 7-year-olds that are quintuplets. And I have been divorced now for almost 4 years, I want to say. And my co-parent and I alternate weeks spending time with our kids. So this next set that you guys are going to see in the next couple weeks, my kids are going to be at their dad's. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of things about the kids. I might do like some throwback videos. So hope you all don't mind a little bit of nostalgia here in the little bit. as I am learning how to edit the old videos and incorporate those into new vlogs. But I thought it would be fun to show you kind of the things that I'm up to and the things that I enjoy on the off times when I don't have my kids. And I thought it'd be fun to share a little bit about like my furniture flipping business. If that's interesting to you, I think it's a great little side hustle. And between June and July, a lot of people get rid of furniture for free or rather inexpensive because it is so hot where I live. So I'm hoping to scoop up some good deals and then flip them, especially during the fall time when things have slowed down a little bit. So, anyway, Judy, we're glad that you're here. And I'm excited. You guys are excited for the throwback videos when my kids were little. It's kind of fun. Carolyn, it's good to see you. And Denise has just tuned in as well. Okay, let's get to some of the questions that came in for this week. Jessica asked, do you have any healthy snacks for kids? I am wanting to incorporate more healthy things for my kids. I am a mom on a budget right now. I don't know about everybody else, how you guys are doing it, but for me, I, yes, I have a co-parent, but I still identify as a single mom. And so, just the cost of living here in Southern Utah is still outrageous. Like, anyway, so we're budgeting. So as far as healthy snacks, we've really simplified with things on a budget. So as far as like basics, things like apples, oranges, pretzels, those are things that are my family's go-tos. We used to buy granola bars, but the cost of those has just grown or gone up with the kinds that my kids can have that they're not allergic to. So I really want to learn how to make homemade granola bars using ingredients from our food storage and incorporating that into what we have. Um, I think my kids will actually get excited about making those too. And I have like big cookie sheets that we can make those on. So we just try and simplify because we are on a budget on my in my household. But I do want to incorporate some new kinds of healthier snacks for my kids. I don't know if they're gonna like it, but I loved it growing up. So I just purchased cottage cheese and then peaches and we eat those together. Like I don't know if that's like a southern thing that my mom grew up eating and her mom grew up eating, but that is something that we really like in my household. Like, not all of my kids can have peaches. Um, but for those that do, I think trying new things is good for my kids and it stretches them because some of them with their sensory processing disorder, like they just freak out and don't like trying new foods. And so I'm trying to incorporate new foods that they can try, get the hang of, get used to. So they're a little more diverse with what they eat. Another thing that we have that's kind of become a snack is banana bread. And I make it egg free, so we really like Bob's Red Mill egg substitute, egg replacer, and we can get it at Walmart or not Walmart, we can get it at Harmon's grocery store for like $4.99. And so I feel like the shelf life of the banana bread is longer having it egg free, and then all my kids can eat it. Daisy really loves banana bread, and I feel like there's so many um alternations that you can do with that. Like you can add chocolate chips, you can add sour cream, like so many different things with just a basic banana bread recipe. So I'm happy to share that too. I also like freezing it. So whatever we don't eat, I freeze. And then when my kids get back from their dad's house, it feels like, or it seems like the banana bread just lasts a little bit longer. So it is, I feel like a good recipe. Um, Okay, Bonnie says, I've been a watcher ever since you had your doctor appointment finding out the genders. That was a really special day. And I really wasn't sure if they were boys or girls or like all of that. So, like, if you go back and you were to read like my journal entries, it's kind of fun. I just came across my old journal. I've always kept journals. But I had like all of these different scenarios of like what the genders like would be and like what I would want to name my kids. So it's kind of fun to go back and see names that I ended up not using. If I had more boys or more girls, but I'm glad that it's the three girls and the two boys. Lori says, we love old videos. It's strawberry picking weather here. I wish I lived where you were because strawberries don't grow as easily here in Southern Utah because it gets so hot. And then the potato bugs get to them quicker than we can grow them. My mom, Serena says, my mom used to love cottage cheese and peaches, and she enjoys it too. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of good at the same time. So I'm pretty sure like Lily, who is a foodie and loves to try everything, is really gonna like it. We'll find out later today what she thinks. Cheryl says, if you can get apple butter, it's great with cottage cheese. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to Google what apple butter is because I've never tried that. Okay, we've got comments coming in here on Facebook. Let me see if I can scroll back. Mary asks, how are the kids doing? They're doing really well. They're playing at grandma's. Hopefully, they're being calm. I know they get a lot of energy sometimes. Geraldine is just tuning in. Welcome. Okay, our next question is from Caitlin. And she asks, what do the kids like most about little grandma? I think my kids would probably say they feel so loved by her. Um, I think like all of my cousins and I, that's something that we all agree on is little grandma doesn't play favorites. She loves everyone the same and she loves with all that she has. And it's really sweet. Like just being in her presence, you just feel so loved. And I think they love giving her a hug when they see her on Sundays. They love playing at her house. She has always, ever since I can remember, wherever she has lived, she's always had a closet that has um, kids' toys in it and coloring things. And so my kids love when they get to go pick little grandma up with my dad, their grandpa, they get to play at her house for a little bit. And somebody commented they like my hair today. Thank you. I was really like, I don't have time to do my hair today. And this is the second shower of the day I've needed because I get so hot and sweaty. And so I just threw it up real quick. So thank you. I really appreciate that kind comment. Somebody just asked, how is Landon doing with his first job? So if you guys didn't know, Landon just got hired on at Subway. So he is 14 years old. He just got his very first job. So he is making sandwiches over at Subway. They've been training him and he's going to be back tonight. So I'm going to have to ask him. He's been at his dad's this last week. I think it's been going good. It was kind of slow. They kind of eased their employees into the job with the training. But it's a great little summer job for him and he's learning how to work, which I think is great. Okay, we've had a ton of people commenting about what apple butter is and is it either thicker than applesauce or thinner consistency than applesauce? The comments were coming in so fast. And Mickey says, when mine were little, we had peanut butter and Nutella tortilla roll-ups. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think my kids would like that. Sue says the apple butter is thicker than applesauce. That would be really good. I have like 3 apples, I think, right now in my refrigerator that I don't think my kids are gonna eat. They're not mushy, but they're just not like super hard and tart. So maybe those would be good if I grind those up or something and make my own. Okay, Lori's saying it's thicker than applesauce too. And then Caitlin also asked, how much time do the kids get with little grandma? So we see her just about every Sunday when extended family gets together, and then my kids get to play with cousins, we get to talk, we get to eat good food. We like playing card games or board games together and just spending time together. I feel like having a good, strong support system really is beneficial to families and communities and for young kids. I think it's important for them to know who they are and where they come from and who they belong to. So I think family relationships are really important. Okay, next question is from Cat Tiger 31. Which kids ate the fish that were caught at the cabin? Great question. Okay, and we have a spammer. So if you all will send or block our spammer right now, you all know how much I love your help with that. I think Chad might be watching or listening, tuning in. So we do have a spammer over on Facebook. So y'all just don't click on his links because they're not going to be appropriate. Okay. Joni says, my kids ate so much better when they were little. Now that they are teenagers, they fend for themselves more and make poor eating choices. I can agree with that at my household too. I think the junk food is just accessible and sounds better when you're a teenager sometimes instead of reaching for the healthier thing or making it. Sometimes it's just extra work to go for the healthier thing. So I can relate to that for sure. Okay, so which kids ate fish that were caught? So if you haven't watched it, you'll want to check out our latest vlogs. We have a part one and part two of when I took my kids to the cabin. We did a lot of fishing. Chad McWilliams says he's gone. Thank you for deleting and blocking the spammer. You are awesome. Okay, so we did a lot of fishing. My kids were hesitant with trying the fish, but Violet actually really liked it. So we deep fried it with a little bit of vegetable oil and we battered it with a little bit of cornmeal, a little bit of flour, and then whatever spices that we could find that were up at the cabin. So we did salt, pepper, I don't know what other spices we had in that cupboard. But it was really good. And I feel like the secret to fish is it just needs more salt. And so Violet actually really liked it. She thought she was eating chicken at first. Nita asked, what's going on with the wedding? All good things. Or let me answer that question first. So Violet tried it and then Lily really liked the fish too. So we have two kids now that like fish. Somebody just asked, how are the wedding plans going for Tatum and Shaden? They're going really well. So those two, they invited me to their engagement pictures and it was so sweet just to spend time with them. So stay tuned. Malia Elliott did their engagement pictures here in Southern Utah, and she is an amazing photographer. Tatum really wanted that natural life, just natural sort of feel when it comes to photography. And Malia Elliott is known for that here in Southern Utah. So there were just so many moments. I didn't take my camera because I just wanted to enjoy that time with, I mean, they're not really, I guess your kids are always your kids, but those two young adults, it was just so sweet seeing the tenderness and the gentleness that they have for each other as a young couple. And they're just sweet. They're very loving and they're very gentle with each other. They're very kind. And I love just seeing them in their element. They chose to take their engagement pictures in a place here in Southern Utah that is known for having good lighting. And it is this open field where there's often like cows roaming and stuff. And so they kept taking their pictures, and there was this sweet little horse that kept coming up to the photographer or Tatum and Shaden like mid-session every time they were doing their pictures that just wanted to come be with them. So it was really sweet to have that sweet little horse there. So now I want to take my little kids back to the field and bring like a carrot or some apples to give to the horse because it was just so, so sweet and so gentle and kind. So I think their pictures are going to turn out beautiful. Malia Elliott is always booked like a year out. So I'm just excited to see how their engagement photos turn out. Okay, Caitlin says, love Shaden and Tatum. I need to do another live with them. I'll have to see what they're up to. I know they're both working and trying to get ahead before they get married in the next couple months here. But I really do love them. I'm so glad that they met each other in that foods class. And she's just the sweetest. We just adore her. The Quince love her. I love her. Extended family loves her. She's wonderful. Okay, I think we had one more question that came in. It is from Gina, and she says, is it easier for you now that the Quints are older, that they can do chores, and that they can get ready by themselves in the morning? Hands down, 100% yes. There are some things that are different now that my kids are older. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get ready in the morning because my little girls are very much wanting their own identity outside of each other. So, like, they want their own hairstyle. They want to do it themselves. They want to pick out their own outfits. They want to sometimes dress alike as twins or triplets. And then sometimes one of them feels left out. So, that's kind of been happening lately. They just want their own identity. And so that's been really fun to see and to be able to encourage for them. Sorry, on Facebook, somebody must have sent stars. I haven't seen that in a long time, so it does magical things when you send stars over on Facebook. I've forgotten about that. Thank you. Everybody's doing really well. I'm so proud of Landon for taking the initiative and coming to me and his dad and saying, "Hey, I want a part-time job. I want to make and earn my own money." So he's excited about that. He just made a club soccer team, so he'll be practicing with them during the summer. And then I think you guys already know this. He made like the premier choir group where they wear like fancy tuxes and the girls wear prom dresses. So he's in what's called chamber choir at his high school. He'll be starting high school officially this next year. So we're excited for him for that. And then he also made the high school soccer team, which is a big deal because it's very competitive and there's a lot of great players and kids on that team. So just great things for him. He has got a best friend right now that is a girl, Avery, who's just so darling. And I forgot to include a picture of her for you guys in my vlog back during Easter. I forgot I had that footage. She is wonderful. So I just love that Landon's got a good group of friends that he can spend time with, that he enjoys spending time with. He's really been into fishing lately. So his dad's house has a little pond on the golf course that he likes to go fishing with his friends and spend time there. Christy asks, how old do you have to be to work in Utah? So you have to be 14 years old, but you're limited in how many hours you can work in the summer and how many hours you can work during the school year. So I think he's able to work maybe a 3 or 4 hour shift. I'm not sure. He just barely has started. And when he was training, he wasn't working for very long at a time. So anyway, he is just doing good things. Shaden is busy working at Walmart and saving up for his wedding and all the things. And he and Tatum will be looking for a new place as they continue their education in Northern Utah. So we're just so excited for them as they are creating their life together. And Quints are good. They're just busy and active and growing and learning. We've got kids just going through growth spurting their life together, and Quints are good. They're just busy and active and growing and learning. We've got kids just going through growth spurts like crazy. And I'm just proud of each one of them. Like all seven of my kids, they're just each so different and growing in so many ways. And I think that's the part that brings, or not brings me joy, but I feel joy is watching them grow and develop into their own person. And I couldn't be more proud of each of them. So, anyway, it's good. All right. Well, I'm going to get back to my kids. I'm going to enjoy some of this lemonade before my kids get back, and then I'm going to get a little bit of work done. I'm so grateful. We've had some sponsorships that I have had the opportunity to do. So I'm really grateful. Without sponsors, it can be really hard to do social media. So I'm just really grateful to be able to work with these companies that help support my family and provide these opportunities for my kids that they wouldn't otherwise have. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll be sharing a new movie that I just watched from a sponsor. So I'm really grateful to have them. All right, you guys. Laura B asked, are the kids all in the same church class or separate? How do they handle church all together? So I divvied out my kids into 3 separate classrooms so that they can learn better and it's more enjoyable for the teacher and the other kids. We go to church every Sunday. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Some people used to say Mormon, so it's the same religion, but we prefer being called by the name of our church nowadays. So that's how we do it. Everybody's different with Quince, but I just feel like my kids' personalities, they just learn better by being divided up into separate classrooms. And then they get to have a little buddy in their class and make friends outside of each other. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. It was fun hanging out with everybody today, and I'm going to go get my kids. Love you all. I will catch you the next vlog. Stay tuned. I'm going to be working on some reels. For those of you on YouTube, I'm going to be working on putting together shorts because I need to start cross-posting the things I'm posting on Instagram and Facebook so you guys can enjoy them too. But love you all. I will catch you the next vlog and stay tuned for more great content. We'll see you. Bye.